let's destroy the training dummies. It's one of the ends. Can we enter here? No, we can't. Damn it. Yeah, on the left of the inn maybe? Where
Flotsam's got a garrison. We don't need
God
a
is
witcher.
here. You need to destroy training dummies. Then what you need to do. Okay, this is it.
Huh? The sword stays sheathed. Understood.
Okay.
The sword stays sheathed. Understood.
I know you're...
Before they get angry.
Stop or I'll shoot!
The sword stays sheathed. Understood.
I feel manipulated.
Do it again and again, you know. Don't let the god angry. And press the
Sword stays sheathed. Understood.
light attack. And give
Stop or I'll shoot! And let that be the last time. Yeah!
okay.
Sword stays sheathed. Understood.
Down with the training dummies. Now let's search the other dummies. Okay, next enter the Louis Mercer's home. It's located on the square too. It's between a two fender. Louis Mercer. Why's everybody out to kill the troll?
Any idea why Laredo put a price on the troll's head?
Commandant Laredo has Flotsam's welfare in mind.
But the troll tends to the bridge, keeps it in repair.
Not likely. To start with, that's a dangerous beast. In addition, he pays no taxes on the tolls he collects.
What do you do?
I'm the Royal Castellan. I look after Flotsam's provisions, fortifications, and so forth.
So if I exterminate a monster, I need to see you about the reward?
Indeed. You could start by filling in Form H12 and taking it to...
I don't need to. I've got immunity.
Ah. Well, you'll find the notice board out in front of the inn. And good hunting to you.
So long.
So if you kill any monster, like usual, you know, the contract in the front of the inn, just talk to him after you done that and you got the money. At least there's 5 contracts, from what I remember. Okay, let's go. Okay, this is his house. In front of the inn, that's the inn.
And how do you find
This is
it?
his house.
Was it worth?
Okay, we need to read books. And the dwarves selling books too. Read it all. Usually hang in here, but I cannot find him.
At your service.
We'll go to his house later. Yeah. In this area, you see another training dummies, I think. Yeah, this is it. Destroy these two. We need to destroy 10 training dummies to get plus 10% experience. Already destroy 5 in the prologue. 2 and 2. So it's only 9 now. We need 1 more training dummies. I don't know where it is. Yeah, there should be more. Should be another gate, I think. Should be here. No, it's not here. I will tell you when I see it. I think it's here. Yeah, it's here. already done that. Okay. The characters and our attributes. We got experience 10%. Nice. Okay, the walker guys will say me
So how can
buy Captain Dragon for Jagged Bleed. Most powerful secondary weapon. Okay, let's see. Can you make blade? Can you make it for us? If yeah, 15 something that are yeah. We cannot make it yet, but we have other ore and stuff. I think what we need is where is it? Check it, bleed. It's 16 iron ore. It's easy. Timber and Androga teeth. Okay, Androga teeth. We need it.
as they are, and I'll not join your
And
thrashes.
also buy silver ore from him.
So
I don't know. Gold ore. One more silver ore. Ore is rare, you know. No, enter this house. Yeah, I think this is the house of our friend and abuser, but you know he's not around. On the selling book, maybe we wait and rest here. No, it's not the middle door. It's one door. Right. This is his house.
my price is stared.
Oh yeah. It's there.
Mind if I have a look at your books?
Take your time. No hurry.
No hurry. Great. We need to read all this book. It's a lot, but you know, it's gonna be easy. But before you know, you should check this house
Down.
or any free book. You don't want to read the same book twice because it doesn't matter what you do. Even after you read it, you could always sell it. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's read books that we own first. Where is the book? They should have thing for book. There's item load, crafting, alchemy, multi-gens, books. Okay. What? That's stupid, man. What? Better? Yeah, that's better. Okay, about dragons, I think we already read. The Archers, a study. Arcanids are lone hunters. They patiently lie in wait for the prey in order to kill it with one swift strike when it appears. The same is true for the Arakas, a huge creature that took a liking to the riverside forest, becoming their undisputed king. As rule thereof, the Arakas will not share its territory with other humans, with any other hunter, witchers included. Okay, usually after you read the book, I don't know in this game, but in the first Witcher game, after you read the book, you will then able to understand that thing, and then you will able to take their body parts or something. I mean, that's always happen. Beyond a doubt, the creature mentioned is a command lock. I have infested through info. Okay. More wishes might help, but there's no time. I can switch. Okay, this is from Silly. Notes on the Carrion. It is beyond any doubt the same creature as that mentioned in a con of old. The local bookseller offer was surprisingly broad. I have investigated it as thoroughly as possible from afar. The monster is larger than I took, and I will probably be unable to slay it on my own. More research might help, but there is no time. Might a witcher suffice? It was for Upper Aedern. The part of Aedern that lies between the Pontar and Different River is called Lormark or Upper Aedern. depending on the interest party political persuasion. This land have been disputed for ages, with Cawdon laying claim to them as well. During the last war with Nilfgaard, Arden found itself in deep trouble, fighting an uneven battle to repel the onslaught of the Black Ones in the south. Sensing that its southern neighbor would ultimately bow to the invaders, Cawdon, Adrian, a tacitly ally in that conflict, sent armies into Lormark, annexing the region. Several days later, Margraf Mansfeld of Arkarite and Marcel Mano Cohorn, commander-in-chief of the Nilfgaardian army, greeted each other on the bridge spanning on Dithne River. They shook hands over the bleeding, tortured corpse of the kingdom of Aedirn, sealing a criminal partying of plundered land. And even though Cadlin restored Lormark to Adrian after the war, it taking off the territory with Nilfgaardian support was one of the most disgraceful acts in history. Monstrum, or a betrayal of once as numerous as the beasts they fought, today the Witcher are seen as a relic of the times long gone. The exact character of their training remains a mystery. It is known it consists, among others, of the trial process that transforms the organism using a specific combination of secret herbs and infusion. Those who survive them gain superhuman reflexes, speed of reaction, the ability to see in the dark, and many other traits making them lethal foes. During their training, they learn swordplay and basic of magic, known as science. Armed in this set of abilities, the Witcher can effectively fulfill their objective, that is, protect humans from the monster inhabiting our world. Arrest warrant. Arrest warrant, Geralt of Rivia. It is hereby made known to all of that Witcher named Geralt, a native of Rivia, has committed the high crime of regicide of slaying Foltest, king of Temeria. As a murderer and traitor, Geralt of Rivia has been sentenced to die by fire. A generous reward is offered for his capture and delivery to the proper authorities. He who delivered the criminal's head shall receive one half of that reward. Those providing reliable and confirmation information as to the criminal's whereabouts shall also receive remuneration. Beware, the Witcher is armed and dangerous. The feudal society and its enemies. Scoia'tael is a name used by the rebels fighting for non-human freedom. In the common tongue, it means squirrels. As some would have it, it is because of squirrel tails that adorn their rebel caps, or from the forest board they had to survive on. Scoia'tael forms unit over a score strong, consisting mainly of elves, yet sometimes dwarves and halfling join too. During the last war against Nilfgaard, the Scoia'tael fell on the side of the Empire, making devastation and great damage beyond our line. Despite the provision of the Peace of Sintra, many did not disarm and continued to fight, especially when it turned out that Nilfgaard sacrificed them in the name of peace and gave the unit's leader of the Nordling to be executed. From the Annals of Mahakaman history, dwarves are one of the elder races, stocky and bearded, with strongly built bodies and low voice. They are distinguished for their hay, which is louder than humans. Of simple and direct manner, they are sometimes seen as grumpy, unkind, and greedy. I have to stress that my own opinion of the dwarf is by no means similar to the later part. I only cite here to present the views of other people, even if they are dull-minded, hated, blinded buffoons. Mahakam is the dwarf mountainous homeland, famed for its numerous mines where precious stones and ores are mined. Many dwarves also live in human cities, for that race usually adapts to a new neighborhood easily. Sometimes that cannot be, unfortunately, said about a large part of humanity, despite vexations, persecution, and even bloody pogroms. The coexistence with dwarf gods of blood better than with the elf. Their flair for trade and craft make them excellent merchants, bankers, smiths, and armorers. Magic and power. Sorceress is the name customarily applied to male person capable of commanding the power, though it is but one of the many terms of praise, most of them highly unflattering, to have been used over the age. These terms have ranged from the rather respectful title of Wise One to the somewhat less specific Bloody Son of a Bitch. the plague take aim. As for women of this persuasion, that is sorcerers that have been called everything from archmistress to colloquial expression. I will not appeal out of regret for the language and respect for the female gender. The command of the power these mages possess sets them above mere mortals, which can be good or bad. From the dawn of time, history remembered mages either as pure intention and courageous heroes, or as rough bearers of reverence and faith. Human memory tends to remember the latter for longer, which may be why common folks mostly hold people of this profession in contempt. Okay, let's...
Witcher!
Hey, I want to talk to you.
Mind if I have a look?
Take your
Let's read. Okay, runner books. We need to buy this. Okay. Oh, if we already read it, there's a check mark, so we don't buy the same book twice. Okay, we already have this. Necker in the Mist. Rites of Medea. The Art of Magic. Grand Triple. The Horse of War. Corian, the monograph book. Okay, the Ponter Valley. I know we're wasting money, but it's okay. Tamarian Royal Dynasty. The Tamarian Special Force. 3 years among the end. We're at Fear and Trampling. Hey, let's read it.
What do you want to prove
Ready.
with those swords?
Red, Fear and Trembling. Red are not, as some claim, the outward manifestation of an inner fear. They are visible, tangible, and dangerous on top of that. According to the teaching of Christ, priests, those who died suddenly without completing their task is the field of tears become such spectre. Red have their own aims. Sometimes they remain unaware of them, but more often than not, they pursue their calling without the slightest regrets to the living. It's not trigger anything. Maybe this game doesn't need a books. I don't know. 3 years among the Endergragas. Endergragas, the forest creature that resemble arachnid. They are especially fond of flute plains, as moisture and tall grass suit them. Longer than they are tall, they move about on all four and are extremely difficult to spot as they lie motionless, waiting their prey. Like Kikimores and Dangers are divided into case, and Regrites are divided into case, which warrior being most numerous, god being less common, and Quim being a real rarity. This monster, like arachnid, hatch from eggs. Impregnate queens lay the eggs in cocoon which hang from trees in an area known as nests. The lesser creatures jealously guard their queens, as colonies depend on them for survival. The queen themselves remain hidden, caring little for what happened to other adult specimens. However, when their nest is threatened, they emerge swiftly and fight ferociously. Thus, to exterminate an Endergrad colony, one must set fire to its cocoon to drown out and kill the queen. The Temerian Special Forces. The creation of this formation began. It turned out that shitty shield bearers are as good at fighting the mobile Scoia'tael unit as a knight saddle on a pig. The first special force were formed by King Damafant, and they were commanded by the infamous White Ryla. Their effectiveness went hand in hand with cruelty and ruthlessness in their battle with the squirrels, and their hatred to the non-human usually extended, mildly speaking, beyond professional spear. All from the unit had equally strong enmity towards them, and the clash between the partisan and the special forces were always extremely brutal and bloody. Besides fighting the Scoia'tael, the Temerian Special Force carried out a variety of other dangerous tasks, justly earning their reputation of effective professional. The Temerian Royal Dynasty. King Foltest's daughter, cursed in her mother womb, entered the world a stillborn beast. In truth, she continued to grow until she rose from the grave as a horrifying Striga. The jag-toothed princess long terrorized Vizima until Geralt freed her of the dark spell. Years later, Ada once more succumbed to the curse, and the Witcher again faced the Striga. This time, however, politics were at play. The Order of the Flaming Rose broke on the reversion in a bid to breed chaos in Vizima and overthrow King Foltest. The Ponter Valley. If you have but a morsel of geographic knowledge, one glance at the map is enough to know why the Pontar Valley is so strategically important. It is here that the borders of Temeria, Redania, Cadwen, and Aden meet. It is the valley that physically marks this frontier. They say that he who controlled the Pontar Valley controlled the north. So it is no wonder that the side realms have clashed here more than once. Blood has often mingled with the water of the Pontar, though the reason for this have varied. Wars waged by nobles in pursuit of political interests and merchants seeking trade privilege have been intermingled with riot and massacres, often uprising, and the revolt of frontier barons. All these have been garnished with the occasional peasant rebellions, and even that forced often quarreling factions to unite and crush plebeian mob drunk on blood and carnage. The Carian, a monograph. What? What the hell? The Carian, a monograph. The Carians stand apart among all creatures large and small. Beautiful and horrible, it is unique, unlike any other being. Doubtless, it is a post-conjunction creature that appeared in our reality in time when the worlds intermingled. It made its home in the water of the Pontar, where it lives to this day. Over the edge, the chronicle mentions several instances of the Carian appearing on the river surface in various places. There is no certainty if this mention applied to one of the same creature, slowly moving up or down river, or to the original creature progeny seen here and there. The horror of war, road fiends. Even there are necrophages, road fiend feeds on carrion and human corpses. But this does not mean they do not attack the living. They appear on battlefield, near city afflicted by plague, or around village tortured by famine. See a road fiend and you can be sure there are many more in the area. They appear of a sudden and disappear even more quickly if threatened, so exterminating them is difficult. Trapping rod fiends make little or no sense. Instead, they are best dealt with by killing off their food supply, that is, burning all corpses in the area. Corpses must be incinerated rather than buried, for road fiends are fit and skillful diggers. Without substance, the beast will leave and search for a new feeding ground. The Grand Triple. Grand Melitele is, among others, the patron of love, marriage, fertility, nature, and abundance. Her cult came to be through the blending of those beliefs that many different races and cultures held about this aspect of life. Melitele's popularity never waned, and the phenomenon is explained in various ways. I think the cults are prosaic myself. The cult of Melitele is predominantly woman cult, and the goddess is, among others, the protector of women in childbirth. A delivering woman has to scream, and apart from the usual yells and empty promises that she will never give herself to another manly man again, this woman has to call some deity for help. And Melitele fit the bills perfectly, because women were deliver, and will be delivering. The goddess, Melitele, does not have to worry about the lowering of numbers of worshippers. The art of magic. The power the sorcerers can command is commonly called magic. In the opinion of a certain sorcerers I'm acquainted with, magic is chaos, an art and a science, a curse, a blessing, and progress. However poetic it may sound, it is hard to find a better simile. Everything depends on the person that used that power, of course. Still, it is a fact that it can be used to achieve things not possible to normal humans. The witcher signs are also a form of magic, but sorcerers look at them with disdain, since they cannot be compared to the force the sorcerers themselves command. Without magic, our world would certainly be less interesting, and many beautiful things would be forgotten. Rites of Midaite. Rites of Midaite. Midaite, or Midsummer, is the day of the summer solstice and marks the beginning of the first month of summer in the Elfin solar calendar. Elves believe that all things under the sun occur in cycles. After Midaite, the days grow shorter and the dying commences. The last until the winter solstice. Summer shrines erected on this day give praise to the sun and life, while acknowledging that certainly. Spells protect living things and draw power from the sun, heat, and are particularly strong near this shrine. Witches use them to bless crop and summon fire. Even godless witches bow before summer shrine to augment the intensity of their sign. Necker in the mist. Imagine a drowner that burrow tunnels, climb trees, is more vicious than usual, and when ambushing its prey, it does so with many of its kin. Now you have a good idea of what a necker is. These primitive creatures are the bane of the wilderness. The inhabitants of forest village fear them. The animals give their nest a white bird. Neckers are social creatures, gathering in some time akin to tribe, for they can only repel the attack of stronger assailant in mass. Witches can use their full range of skill and technique when fighting neckers. Science, bomb, poison, and oils that document bleeding are all extremely effective against the beast. Necker nests are best destroyed with crab-shot bombs. Runner, a textbook for initiate of the Order of the Flaming Rose. Sometimes round men return as monsters to hunt the living. Tormented by their own death, they seek to murder others. They prefer to drown their prey underwater. As their fish them drown, they tear them into shreds and consume them like soggy biscuits. Such creatures are called drowners. There are numerous of the bank on the Ponter, as this large river with regular shipping and riverside village provide them with ample sustenance. Okay, the Arcus study. Okay, we already read it. Finally, scribble notes. The watch for Iden. Okay. The part of Iden that lies between the Ponter and the Pin River is called Lormerk. You already read this. Monstrum, or a portrayal of witches. Once, a numbers as the beasts that fought, today the witch are seen as a relic. Okay, we already read this too. Rasworm, the Folial Society and his enemy. Okay, that's the squirrel story. Okay. Yeah.